Non mais il dégueule pas vraiment.
Hello everybody and welcome to Wine on Main TV. I'm your host Eric Tanzi and I'm sitting here at our wine shop, Wine on Main, in the historic downtown Clayton, North Carolina. This is our first episode, and so for our first episode we picked out a very exciting wine today. The wine that we have chosen for today's episode is Little James Basket Press. It's from France. The grape on this is 100% Grenache. Grenache in itself is a very soft grape, but when blended with other grapes, it can get very complex and very bold. For this one particular, though, it's made in a system called the Solera system, which is a very, very unique way of making wine. The way the Solera system works, without getting too nerdy for you, is that if we can imagine these bottles being barrels, and this being a vat in the ground, and this barrel over here would be the youngest, or if you can imagine juice in a fermentation barrel getting in a fermentation tank siphoned straight into a bottle, this is the youngest wine. And this right here would be a couple of years older than this barrel, and this wine in this barrel would be a little bit older than this one. And this Solera is where the oldest juice is kept. And so when the Solera is removed and some wine is removed from the Solera, it is replaced by the next oldest wine, and the next oldest is replaced with the next youngest, and then the youngest is one. So it's a system. It goes from here to here to here, and then into the Solera. So this wine is made in that system, and some of the juice in this bottle is from 1999. The wine itself was bottled in 2012, but some of the juice is as old as 1999. Very exciting wine, and to think that it's only $11.99 to me is very exciting. I cannot wait to try it. This is something you can only find at a boutique wine shop. There's no way you're going to find anything like this in a grocery store. It's a very exciting wine, especially for $11.99. So without further ado, the little James Basket Press, 100% Grenache. Let's give it a try. While I'm pouring it, just to let you know a couple more facts about Grenache. Its home, I guess, was born in Spain. It's grown, one of the most widely grown grapes across the world. It's a very good blending grape, usually with Syrah, Mourvedre, Tempranillo, Cinsault. So it's blended, often blended. But this one is, again, 100% made in that Solera system, so it should be very, very exciting. Just looking at the wine, I know they said it comes across as maybe the dark brown hue, red, maybe mahogany, a little maroon in mahogany. Does that make sense? It's just a little bit of brown, not a dark ruby red, but more of a brown color. Oh, on the nose, beautiful. Black cherry, black cherry cola. Very interesting. A black cherry cola, a little chalkboard eraser, and a little bit of that limestone, little gravel. So, very good. On the palate, dark sour cherry. Imagine if you ever had dark cherry ice cream, and sometimes they leave the skins, the rinds of the dark cherry inside the ice cream. If you were to pick that rind out, just kind of minus the ice cream. We're not talking sweet. Don't lose me here. We're not talking about the ice cream part, but just the skin. You know, the skin of the cherry. Chewing on it, it's that sour, bitter cherry because it's the skin. That's what I get right up front, right on the palate. Just bitter cherry. Very dark cherry, and then on the finish, it's almost like if when you were in school and you have an eraser and you smack the eraser together and there's a plume of smoke, kind of to annoy the teacher, to annoy your classmates. You kind of remember that smell. I know I do. But that's what I get on the finish. So very bitter, dark cherry up front with a very chalky finish. The tannins on this are medium, not very heavy in tannins. This is still a soft wine, but it has a little bit of grit to it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's grit. We're not talking like over robust fruit. We're talking chalky, bitter, dark cherry. Again, something you don't normally find at $11.99. You definitely are not going to go to a grocery store and find something like that for this price. I would say wine made in this method, as small amount as it's made, in a grocery store, I'm thinking like 22, 30 bucks is what you'd find. So $11.99 is really a great deal for this wine. Very exciting. It's old world. So old world means that it's French. So it's made in that more dirty, earthy style. If I was going to pair this with food, right off the bat, I'm thinking maybe like a braised duck or grilled lamb, grilled vegetables, something of that nature. But very, very good wine. Very exciting wine. I'm excited to finish this glass after this show. I don't normally get excited about gifts, but for today, it's the first episode, and we did get some really interesting gifts in there, so Rob, bear with me. I'm just going to share them really quick. I know it's cheesy, but whatever. And it's even more cheesy that it's for beer nerds. I'm kidding. But this is a beer glass, and it says IPA a lot, IP a lot, IP a lot. I don't know. You might get it. I don't know. I get it. Beer nerds will get it. It's funny. The other one that goes with it's kind of cute, too. It says I would tap that. It's like a beer keg. Tap it, you get it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just my weird, crass humor. Who knows? But we have them here at the shop. Come in, guys. Wine at Main. Wine on Main. Come see us here at the shop. And until then, cheers.